Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Rugby, and we are going to be looking at Floodlight's semi-finals. We have one more weekend to go. The finals are with us this weekend, and before we get there, let's first preview what happened last weekend. Now tutaanza na the ladies side of the game, and before we go there, make sure to subscribe kama huja subscribe, like the video, leave a comment, tell me what you think about some of the things we are going to be talking about as we go. Now first one ilikuwa Mwamba ladies versus NYS ladies. Now that one, Mwamba's ladies team were the beneficiaries, were a walkover because NYS, they didn't show up. Kwa hivyo Mwamba, they were awarded the points, and basically they are through to the finals. Impala played Northern Suburbs, so the hosts obviously walikuwa the favorites. We did a poll on Instagram. They were the favorites and they played well, but I think Northern Suburbs they stepped up way more than people expected, because I think they were running the game, to be honest. Because I think they had the best ball carries according to what how they were playing. Their passes were amazing. The push passes ilikuwa zinaenda, they get to the end, then zinarudi. The only issue I had with Northern Suburbs, I think, ni ile tu kufinish. They just didn't finish their plays. They got, for instance, kuna ile try, they almost scored this try. They had so many chances, walikuwa na overlap. Then they had two penalties back to back, but still it ended in a held up. So that was a chance squandered over there. That, in fact, hiyo try wangetinga, it could have been victory for them. Then there was the penalty mbele ya post. They missed the kick. So I think they need to work on things like that to make sure they finish their plays. But on the other hand, Impala, their defense was nice. I will say both teams, they had great defenses, and they just took care of the basics, and their kicker was on point. In fact, I think their kicker was the standout player hapo hivyo. She should have been the the lady of the match, because she kicked 2 penalties na akaconvert try hapo hivyo. That was amazing. So that's what won it for Impala, you know. So that was cool over there. So Impala goes on to the finals come this weekend. Tuangalia hiyo in a minute. Then let's look at the varsities. Daystar played Rift varsities, and for this game, this game was very equally matched. Most people thought Daystar were going to be the better side of the day, but from the game itself, they had different strengths which ukiziongeza pamoja, they were quite on a plain level. For Rift varsities, yao ilikuwa ni the forward pack. Ukiangalia hizo mall zao, I mean scrums, they earned a lot of penalties from the scrums. In fact, they turned over scrum ya Daystar. That was amazing over there. Then when it comes to Daystar, I think they were good with their ball carries. Their line breaks zilikuwa excellent, but then they didn't execute the penalties. When they earned penalties, they should have maybe taken the line out, but their strategy hapo hivyo ndio iliwaangusha. because the game ilisha 18-20. They lost by 2 points. Rift Varsities, on the other hand, they had a very nice kicker and he was crucial. He took care of business, converted like 3 penalties hapo hivyo, and that's what won it for Rift Varsities. Next one, Stallions played Impala Box. Now this one was all Stallions. Stallions had the better side of the day. They had the better plays, their offloads. They had amazing offloads, their continuity, ball carries pale hivyo zilikuwa on. Impala, I think the way they attacked, I think they were not coherent very well. Hawakuwa, yani their spacing was not nice. They didn't close the gaps. So Stallions were just taking their chances. And if you look at the scores, 35-18, that's a bit down for a team like Impala wenye wako Kenya Cup saizi. Considering Stallions, they are in nationwide, a very new team for that matter. Yeah, I think they played very well and they took that game. So wanaenda finals, the universities. They are going to be playing Rift Varsities and we shall be looking at the predictions in a moment. Mwamba played Strathmore in the plate playoffs. Now Mwamba, they had good carries. I can say they had very nice carries. They pressed very well. Okay, Strathmore pressure such that they didn't have time to just do whatever they wanted. Every play was challenged and they kept Strathmore on their toes. Strathmore coming to this game were the overwhelming favorites, going off of the polls we did on Instagram. They were the overwhelming favorites, but the scores say different because Mwamba scored 20, Strathmore 25. Basically it was a 5-point difference. And I think Mwamba this season, they will be, this coming Kenya Cup season, I was a little bit worried about them. Nilidhania they will be just watakuwa tu wakipigwa, but I'm no longer worried about Mwamba. I think they will be just fine. They will do okay when the Kenya Cup ikikam, as long as they just work on some of the things that failed them, watakuwa fiti. KCB Choir, do we really need to talk about that? 68 points to 6. Choir, they just bore the brunt of KCB. KCB wanted to make a statement from losing last weekend. They are the defending champions. Literally right now they still have the trophy, but they'll be handing it over, of course, this weekend. But yeah, what happened last weekend, the first match day, it made them look bad and they wanted to make a statement, and the score reflects it. Impala played Nondies. Now I told you about derbies. Derbies are a whole different ball game. This is not your regular game. This game is not being played on technical levels. Hapa hivi, it's been elevated to historical and a lot of previous encounters, kwa sababu Impala has a history of beating Nondies at home, and obviously being in the home side and adding the derby aspect to it, that raises the stakes that much higher and making the difference that much even a whole different game. Nondies technically are the better side than Impala, but when we include the derby aspect of it, the psychology of the game changed completely. They were playing on a whole different playing field. Hapa hivi Nondis last weekend walishinda na Strathmore, but in this game they were making so many fouls, they were conceding too many penalties, because every other time there was a scrum, a line out, or a penalty kick. The majority of these set pieces zote ziliko in the favor of Impala. Almost, I can say 70%. It was Impala feeding the scrum, or Impala kicking penalties, Impala drawing the line out, and you can only concede so many penalties and have the game in your favor. Despite Impala missing so many penalties, they still scored enough to win them the game. And the results, 9-6, Impala through to the finals. So games are played on very many different aspects. So Impala, they are making a statement, and I think they are a team to look out for, because yeah, they are the new Nondis. Last season ilikuwa Nondis ndio they were the surprise finalists. Now our last year's finalists wako nje wote. Now we will have new pair of finalists. Haya, the next game, Oilers played Black Blood. Now Black Blood were the beneficiaries of the derby aspect, the psychological advantage yenye inakujaga na that aspect of the game, the derby. So this weekend we were playing on a technical level, because Oilers and Black Blood, they are just nemesis. There is not much going into that match. It's just who's the better team of the day. And today, on this fateful night, it was Oilers. 22-6. They just knew the buttons to press and where to hit Black Blood, and they just folded, and Oilers took advantage, wakashinda game, considering it was at night. Yeah, that makes it even that much more impressive. Now let's go into the predictions to angalie and see what we shall expect from next weekend. Now the first match of the day itakuwa Daystar playing Impala Box. This will be the varsity playoffs. For Daystar and Impala, I think Daystar will be, they will be coming back for vengeance for losing last weekend in the last minute. Then we will have the women's finals. Mamba ladies playing Impala ladies. This one will be an intense one. This one is yet another derby. This is the closest we can get to a KCB Cabras type of derby. It's not because of the location, it's really about their historical matchups, that rivalry. This is what will be happening up IV, and it can go either way. Personally, I'll favor the home side, Impala ladies. Then we'll have the varsity finals, Rift Varsity playing Kabete Stallions. Now from last weekend, the way I saw the games played, I think the way Kabete, if they play the same way this weekend, they will take the game. So I'll favor Kabete Stallions. Their line breaks were amazing. They just need to take care of the scrums, because forward pack Rift Varsity is very nice, very strong. So if they just need to play their cards well, I'm giving it to Stallions. Club plate, Strathmore playing KCB. I'm gonna give it to KCB. I think they have a point to prove. Beating Koya was not enough. They need now to beat a more successful team in this Flood is. So Strathmore will be maybe their target, assuming that that is their mentality. So KCB, that place playoffs for the clubs. Nondies play Black Blood. Now this one will be intense. This one will be a close one. I will lean on Black Blood because they played well. I haven't seen much errors from them. But Nondies, the way they played last weekend, too many fouls. They considered too many penalties. Kwa hivyo, if they don't step up their game, they will fall to Black Blood. And personally, I'm siding with Black Blood just from weekend's performance from the two teams. Then for the club finals, we shall have Impala versus Menengai Oilers. Now Impala has been benefiting from a lot of different aspects of the game. They beat Mwamba on technical levels, home advantage. Then they beat Nondies on the derby level of the game. Then now they are playing Oilers, who they have nothing in common with. This is just a technical game. It's all about who's the better team of the day, who is the best prepared, who will make the best calls, who will bring the best team for the finals. So personally, on that aspect of the game, I'm going with Oilers. The masterpiece they displayed last weekend cannot be argued with. I think they are the better side of the two. Oilers. Tell me your predictions of the games, your opinions of everything we talked about. Kama uja subscribe, kindly subscribe, hit the like, and I'll see you next time.